Hey guys, and welcome to today's first impressions video. Today we're looking at Skinwalker Hunt, which is a horror themed hunting game. It does appear that the copy I've got is in very early development. I think it came out on early access on the 4th of June. It's a really interesting idea and a fairly interesting concept, but it still needs some work, and it's very clear that it needs work. So I'm going to go into it. I'm going to explain what's going on with the game currently and what I think of it so far. It is also worth noting that it does have controller support right now, but the controller support is bare minimal and the controller doesn't work right. What I mean by this is you can access certain features using your controller, but you can't actually move. It won't let you. So hopefully they will change that at a later date. It works perfectly fine with the keyboard and mouse. Even a noob with keyboard and mouse such as myself can grasp the controls. There aren't really that many. The only thing I would say is the tutorial needs work. The tutorial needs a lot of work. It doesn't really explain anything at all. And the other problem with the game that I've got is that there's no objectives. There's no progress. Like there's no direction with it. You're just kind of dumped in and told to hunt. You got to try and figure it out for yourself, which is fine if that's what you want. But if you're not used to first-person shooter games, if you're not used to hunting games, for example, a little bit of direction. Like, give us the choice to have a tutorial, have like an actual properly fleshed out tutorial as an option. Options-wise, not a huge amount to talk about here. You've got your screen resolution. You've got vertical sync, you've got difficulty level, you've got your little options down here so you can hide weapons or hide position on map, etc. and make it a bit more difficult on yourself. You've got your field of view, which you can change. You've got sound, music, max FPS, but obviously if you put VSync on, then it will limit your FPS anyway. Yeah, it's not bad. Like, for what it is, it would be nice if they had more. Because especially as you see when we get into it, there are some fairly high textures, and the game looks really good. Like, I'm actually quite impressed with how the game looks. So let's jump into it and we will see what we all think. Let's do that. Alright, here we are. This is your base camp that you start. I've chosen just one of the maps. Like I say, it kind of dumps you in and the tutorial tells you how to access your action bar, which is this thing here, and that is it. It doesn't tell you how to hunt, doesn't tell you how to zone. It tells you when you make a mistake, but that's it. You've got a compass mode up here instead of a minimap. Personally, I'm a fan of the minimaps. You can access your map with Q, so it shows you where you are. Again, in the options you can turn off that and just try and figure it out as you go, and you basically just have to go out and hunt these skinwalker things. Now, it is pretty difficult. You don't get a lot of health. You've got to try and shoot it with your rifle, which is this thing here. Quite difficult to do. Or you've got a tomahawk, which you can hit it with. You can apparently get a shotgun in the game as well, which would probably be a bit more useful. I want to say that the textures and stuff are pretty good. Like, they're not amazing. They're not like AAA quality, but they're not bad. You know, like graphically it's pretty impressive. I would say that the model of the hands, especially when you reload, they're a bit big. Like, I'm not saying I've got small hands or anything, but compared to mine, these hands are huge. Like, are you hunting the skinwalker or are you secretly a skinwalker? You know what I mean? Like, the gun model is quite large, especially with the hands. But again, the animations work well. They look natural. Again, the speed of the reload, because it's a single shot rifle, will end up getting you killed unless you're really good and can hit him from far away. However, from my last experience, the skinwalker kind of came out of nowhere, and by the time I realized where it was coming from, I was already dead. You don't take a lot of hits. They're obviously big beasties, and they hurt a lot. Now, this is horror based, so I get why they've done that, and to be fair to them, it did make me jump out of my goddamn skin. So, to that end at least, it does kind of work. Now, the way that you trap them, by all accounts, is you tend to find a good area, first of all. Somewhere where they've already been, which could possibly be a nest. And the way that I worked that out was to look for broken branches and disturbed areas, places where you know, you would expect to find them. Of course, ideally you want to lure them out in the open where you can stay hidden so that you can get them from a distance, right? That's just basic hunting knowledge. So I am going to take my action bar and I'm going to place a bear trap with some meat. There you go. So it's got some more meat. And then you've got to basically go out of its radius. So again, another reason why staying, you know, in an open area where you can go to somewhere that's not open is handy. Then what you can do is you can place a totem down, like so. And again, the idea is that you want the totem just out of the radius, but these are meant to attract them, right? You can interact with it. And this is where you save your progress as well, apparently. Even though it's got a... It does appear to have an autosave because... We'll extend it. Right, so if you extend the radius, it costs you health. Good to know. And then basically you've just got to keep going around, setting these traps. And if you look on your map, you can see roughly how far your radius is. Also shows you on the map where your refill of ammo and stuff like that is, which is quite handy. Now, interestingly enough, some of this terrain just can't be scaled, right? Which is a bit odd, considering it's not all that steep. But it's one of those, this is the game, this is how it works, deal with it. Oh! I don't know if that's a skinwalker or just a beastie. But I've... Oh god, I'm being shot from behind. Oh god. I can't see what's killing me or where it's killing me from. That's a bit weird. I don't understand. So this is... Oh, he's from the side. Right? So, again, you instantly die. Now, obviously, if I had sound on, because I generally turn the sound down on my end so that I can talk without shouting, I'd probably have seen it. But this is what I mean. Like, they come out of nowhere. There is no reason that that skinwalker should have come to me when there is a totem and you know, meat over there. It doesn't seem to make sense that they come out of nowhere. You can't see them come in. And again, the single shot does kind of kill you instantly. So I don't know if you've got to just run around and try and find the shotgun and you know, rummage around, find extra meat, find good stuff. But I don't know. I feel like if there was a minimap or like an objective, just something to sort of point you in the right direction, or an actual fleshed out tutorial, this game would be a lot better. As it is, I can see how it would be enjoyable. I can see how you could spend a lot of time, especially if you're into like the hunting type games. You know, but it seems a bit like you got to find them before they find you, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just feels like it's lacking for me, really. Like, I can see how this could be a lot of fun if there was a lot of them, or if you could see, like there, like, why? Why am I dead? Why? And where did it come from? Like, it just, I don't know. It just seems so totally random. That as I'm sat running around, all of a sudden there's a skinwalker that just comes out of nowhere and kills me. Like, I kind of get the feeling that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't be a thing. And I can see it being very frustrating when you're trying to play a game, you're trying to play a hunter or whatever, you're trying to run around, to just get spotted out of nowhere and just get absolutely massacred. So, I don't know. It needs some work. Like, giving me a good grasp of what it is I've got to do and how to do it, how best to do it, explaining how totems work, explaining how the bear traps work, explaining like how best to stay undetected, just giving you some guidance so that you can make the best possible decisions and really enjoy the game as an optional, because this game obviously does have some sort of try hard elements which some people will really enjoy. I personally like to be told what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing before I do it. So making the tutorial as an option, which I've seen in many other games, would be a good way of getting around that, just to give newer players to the genre a bit of a time to get used to it. Other than that, though, it runs well. It's a fairly solid game. The story behind why you are this hunter is a bit like, apparently you're a Native American or whatever, and you've been taught the supernatural from the get-go, and these beasts have been killing tourists or whatever, So it's your job. You're the only one that can go out and, you know, save the tourists by going in and basically fucking them up before they fuck everybody else up. Which is a bit, I don't know. It's a bit. You don't get a lot of connection with the character, right? You go in and you just hear. Like, if they're gonna put a story into it, give me a story to run with, right? Allow me to go in and play through the story of how I found this, and give me some characters to interact with. Like, make it an RPG. If you just want it to be a map hunting, then fine. Just give me a screen that explains the rules. Give me a tutorial so I know what the fuck I'm doing, and let me get on with it. There doesn't seem to be fall damage in this game, and traversing downwards seems a bit iffy. Also, trying to keep your bearings is very difficult. But there you have it, guys. This is Skinwalker Hunt. It's pretty good. It does appear to be in very early access. But so far, I'm not I'm not unimpressed with it. Disimpressed isn't even a word, right? I'm not unimpressed with it, but I'm not impressed with it either. Yeah, like, give me a reason why this is here. What? Why are there? Why? Why? Why is there a beastie there just in here? Like, that wouldn't happen. There is no logical reason why there would just be a random wolf just coming in to kill me. So yeah, I don't know. Not bad. Could have been better. Plenty of time to improve. Let me know in the comments down below whether you agree with me, whether you think this is a game that you could play, whether you think it needs more, whether you like it the way it is, whether you like the graphic style, etc. Let me know. Do let me know. I would love to know your feelings. Don't forget to hit the like button as well, guys. A thumbs up really do help with the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We are trying to get to 580 subscribers this month. It would be amazing if we could hit it. And yeah, I shall see you all in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I shall see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.